Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here playing on Unforgiving with Badger and Ember, and this is exactly what I was afraid of. This is a bear. I really don't want to be biting and getting whacked, but I want to try to lure him away from the den. This is not good. This is pretty much the worst case scenario, because if you guys remember the story of Maple and the Lakeshore Pack, bears were the huge danger, and I think Badger, who his birth father died to a bear, and so did his adoptive father, though he wasn't around to see it. Yeah, they both died to bears. It is not something that he really wants to have to tangle with here, and I think we're gonna need to get another bite in. That's so risky, that's so risky. Yeah, because they don't like to run if you don't bite them. You have to show them you mean business. You have to back it up with your teeth. Watch out, Ember. Okay, she's dodging pretty well, thankfully. My fear would be that one of the pups is gonna pop out right about now, but it is pretty close to running, so hopefully Ember... Oh no! Oh, Ember, please move! Please move! Please move! Oh, I don't want to run right into it. That would be real bad. We've already taken some damage from this too. Come on, bear. Get out of here, bear. Get out of here, bear. He's lingering right at the front of the den. Ember took a hit there. That wasn't good. That's not ideal. Oh, he's charging her. That is real bad. Okay, I'm gonna bite one more time. Try to get out of the way. Okay. Whew. All right. We're safe, but that is probably the first real big scare that we have had of the run. I am actually going to feed these guys and rest, I think, because while we are not severely hurt, we're probably going to want to be on full health for the next day if we possibly can. And we have enough food to give them at least a small snack here. Well, with that terrifying start to the episode, it is the middle of the night. I'm going to send these guys in the den here and see if we can get Ember to come with us. I think that's just a hare running around down there, but boy, that was a sobering reminder that we are playing on Unforgiving. Now, I think... Okay, we might want to steal a little bit more territory eventually, but I think we're going to try to get food and mark territory first. Let's see how much is left on our carcass. Thankfully, we have healed up, and I believe Ember has as well, looks like. So that's a good thing. But boy, that was one stubborn bear. And I have a feeling we have not seen the last of him. These guys are going to be terrifying again in this playthrough. I just know it. Okay, we've got a cougar on the carcass, so that's gonna rule out eating there today. I don't think we're gonna have the wolf power to chase it off, but we'll keep an eye out, see if there's anything else around here that's worth eating, and hopefully we will find something. We've got at least some time to do it, and I think for marking the territory, we'll just focus on kind of getting this side of it if we can, and hopefully that will lead us towards some food. In fact, I might snag some of these hares on the way just to make sure that if things go badly, we're not starving to death. Ooh, okay, we do have an elk herd somewhere in this direction, which is good, because I was starting to get nervous that we were not going to find one. The wind direction is a little bit bad today, so I was a little bit hesitant. This is Old Bull Bison. Now, my hope is that it's within our territory, because we are getting kind of close to the border, and as we learned with Maple and the Lakeshore Pack, we want to be careful about having to venture out of our territory to find food. That can be very, very, very hazardous. And I think that's the bison that we just passed. Oh yeah, we're running right down their trail the other way. We maybe could take down a bison, because here's the thing. They're gonna do more damage, but so are we. And I think that we could maybe still manage to take one on. Also, I got a little bit distracted here because I can see that there is another wolf carcass scent, which is not what we want to be smelling right now. Oh boy, this is not ideal. If we don't find this herd soon, we might run for it, or we might try to chase it back into our territory. Yeah, because this is going to take us... Okay, what are the percentage? 72. They're probably at their home hex right now. Or they're over here. Okay, we're fine. I think we're fine to go after this then. I forgot that they had territory all the way over here, so let's see if we can find this herd, and then before we do anything to bring the elk down, we're gonna make sure we run them all the way back to our territory, because that way, if we get jumped, we can just peace out and leave. Okay, there's the herd. We should be fine, we just gotta be careful here. Now, hopefully this doesn't get them mad and prompt a hex invasion. It definitely could, but if we're lucky, we should be fine. Let's run these guys back into our territory. Okay, we should be safe to hunt them now, so if one of them stumbles, let's see if we can get the drop on it. They're probably not tired yet, but hopefully as they start to wear out, they will stumble a little bit more. Oh, one of them's down. It's a spike. I'm not sure I like that, but we do have a good bite, and it is pretty low. This is probably a risk that I should not be taking, but for 48 damage, it felt worth it. Okay, this could be bad, though. If Ember starts taking a lot of damage, then I am gonna fall back here. We do have crit hits off. I think I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm just not super fond of the RNG elements, so I tend to leave them turned off. So we at least don't have to worry about that, but that doesn't mean that a normal kick couldn't be a good wallop to the face. That would be much less than desirable on this difficulty. I'm going to see if we can get a bite on the side here. Ouch! 40 damage for that first bite is bad, but I think we've now got it down low enough that we can start to drag it down. There we go. We got that throat bite. Okay, it was risky, but I think it was worth it because he did stumble, and that 45 damage we were getting right away was pretty dang good. Hopefully this carcass will last us for a good while too. And here we are, we've made it back. Brought back a meat chunk, and it looks like the pups are doing all right. We're actually not as tired as I thought we would be, but that is fine. We can still rest up. The affinity is quite low. I think the affinity is going to be the most brutal part here until we start to get a little later in the year when the pups are hungrier. Then I think things are going to get really crazy. I imagine growing pups could be a challenge if the majority of these guys make it that far. But I think we will go ahead and let these guys get some sleep once the pups are full, and hopefully we will not suffer any ramifications from our brief foray into Stranger Wolf territory. Hopefully they just did not notice what we were doing and never realized we were chasing an elk herd out of their territory. At least we didn't hunt and kill it there. That maybe will make things a little better. I guess we will see. Oh, yep, we definitely have trouble. I was gonna say I was worried that a wolf pack was gonna just pop right over this hill, and sure enough, here we go. Who is this? I have a feeling that I know, but I guess we're gonna find out. This is 600F. She is from Soda Butte, so I'm going to interrupt the fight here. Yep, that is indeed the pack that we have had some problems with. It looks like this is one of the female leaders. She's pretty old and she's actually injured, so we might want to take this chance to see if we can actually kill her here. I feel like I always end up being really aggressive in all of my playthroughs, but I think that's... Oh gosh, we gotta be careful with Ember too. We don't want her taking a whole bunch of damage. I don't like that there are 3 of them here either. That feels like a recipe for disaster. But yeah, I feel like I've ended up being really aggressive in most of my playthroughs, and I don't think Badger's gonna end up being an exception to that, because the more that we let these packs thrive, you know, it's a give and take. If they are... Oh, I'm out of stamina is why I'm struggling so much. If they are doing very, very well and we are not, then they are going to continue to pose a problem to us. We're going to be a lot better off if we can actually significantly weaken them. Holy cow, though, look at the damage that I'm taking just from this. I actually got to be kind of careful here. We got to be making sure that we are really full on our stamina before we charge into fight. I'm a little worried we're gonna have a pup pop out here. Oh, we gotta not be, we really gotta watch that we're not the one getting bitten here. Where is Ember? Oh, there she is. She's alright. These guys are getting pretty weakened. I'm gonna try to dodge away as quickly as I can here. Just keep woofing so that if any of the pups get ideas about popping out, they probably don't do that. Thankfully, 600F is pretty injured here, and I think we will target her again because we are quite full on stamina. Ow, we are taking quite a bit of kickback, though. We really are, and these guys are not quite on the run. Thankfully, we seem to be shaking them off early enough that they're taking damage and we are not. Maybe you need a good bite to the tail to warn you to get out of here. No, you're not gonna go hanging around my den. I don't want that from you. I do not want that from you. I want you guys out of here. This is a very lengthy fight, and that scares me. Like, I do not like how long this fight is lasting. This guy's thankfully injured. I want to try to see if we can intimidate him. Some of the others I think are... Like, I think 600F is about to run here. It looks like her flight meter is full. Okay, thank goodness. The thing is... I think we're gonna try... Like, this is kind of a gamble, because if our carcasses are occupied, then that could put us in a real bad spot. But I think that it's gonna be worth it to severely injure another pack here. I think it might be worth doing. It's just not gonna be anywhere as easy to kill another wolf as it has been through most of our playthroughs. We're gonna have to really, really, really be careful with this. In fact, I really don't know if it's actually even gonna be worth it here. Yeah, I think we might have to actually let her go just because we're getting so low on health. Hopefully, I think Stranger Wolf health is persistent, I think. So hopefully dealing this much damage to her will mean that she's also going to have a prolonged recovery time here. But we don't want to have to be dealing with too much of a prolonged recovery for ourselves here or for Ember. So I think we're going to try to want to keep today quieter if we can and just go get our food and mark our territory. Okay, there is a cougar lurking around, and there's coyotes here. I'm gonna just try to eat as much as I can. If this coyote leaves us alone here. Okay, Ember's on the chase. The main thing is we're gonna wanna make sure we can feed the pups. Wow, that was a bold Wilbur. As long as that cougar doesn't get any funny ideas, we will hopefully be fine. But yeah, okay, we probably could have pushed it a little farther with the fight then, but the thing is, we don't know. That's a scary thing about Unforgiving is you don't know. You don't know when you're going to end up needing to do an entire hunt because you don't have the health to tangle with a cougar. So I'm hoping we'll get lucky and be able to kill some stranger wolves and kind of keep their numbers down, but it is entirely possible that we will not. And that could lead us to some very dangerous situations. Okay. Until we got close to the den, there was little sign of the rivals, so I'm imagining they probably went back that way into the portion of territory that they do not have connected to their home area, so that's fine. I guess we won't pursue them, because I was gonna say if they're close it might be worth it, but I don't think they are, and I want to give us the chance to rest up. We are definitely gonna need our sleep here to heal and recover this, so I think we'll just let these guys get some rest, and hopefully the damage we dealt will put that rival leader at a bit of a higher risk. You know, it's kind of a grim thing to hope for, but at this point, I think the less stable the enemy packs are, the rival packs are, the better that we're gonna be. Ah, okay. I had a feeling that it was gonna be about time for a sick pup. I think you tend to get them quite a lot on Unforgiving, and that's real bad. That is so bad. Hold on. Okay, no, the other pups are here. The other pups are here. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna grab 84, because I think that's the one who is ill. And there's the coyotes. They're gonna be right here. Please go in the den. Please go in the den. Okay, Ember's handling it. Ember's handling it. I'm gonna bodyguard the pups, because I don't think she's gonna be too... Excuse me! I don't think she's gonna be too hurt just by coyotes here. We are wrecking this guy pretty good, but ow, don't you bite me like that. All right, now I'm gonna take your tail off. Okay, these guys we should be able to damage pretty substantially here. It's not really worth too much to kill them, so we'll just let them go. But oh boy, that is especially terrifying when you have a sick pup that they are such fast adversaries. Let's see if that spike carcass still has food left on it, I think. But for now, we're going to be focused on just weathering through the illness. Again, we do have lethal illness off, but as you can see, that does not mean that our pups are safe while they are sick, because they are very, very, very slow and thus very vulnerable to predators. And yeah, the one that was lingering was the one that was not feeling well, so that could be a trial. The good news is we do appear to have healed up, I think, completely before the coyotes attacked from our injuries, so that's good at least. We are still healing at a decent rate as long as we're staying fed. Oh, well that's a problem, although I think... Oh, it is hexes we want to keep. Okay, well, I won't bother going for that carcass then, because I think that we're going to get into a conflict if we do, and we do not have the energy nor the affinity for it, so I'm just going to backtrack to where we found an elk herd. Now, unfortunately, I did check that carcass earlier in the day, and there was a cougar on it, so we did not get to eat in the morning. We've just been hunting hares throughout the day, but I think we can hunt the reed grass elk herd if we can find them. And we'll just deal with these fools taking our territory later on when we don't have to confront them directly about it. Oh, where did this herd go? Nope, they did turn this way, didn't they? Sometimes they kind of double back on themselves a little bit, and then it's like, where the heck did they go? But yeah, we are real strapped for affinity right now, so I am not super keen about that one, and it seems like we ended up kind of running over the trail strangely, so that it's harder to find. But I think we shouldn't be too far off now. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good meal out of this. Okay, whew, here we go. We've got the elk herd and they are running immediately. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's actually guide them back toward our den, because we are not gonna want to have to run halfway across the territory just to get back to our pups after the fact. I think we're not that far off. Okay, the den is more sideways, so we'll maybe steer them a little bit more that direction. Oh, I think they are taking the farther away territory, actually, which could be good. I don't really care about those weak hexes. We will expand to them later, but right now they're close enough to the home hex of Soda Butte that I don't think it's going to be worth our while. Never mind, they are taking a hex that we care about. Darn it, why couldn't they take the ones that don't matter? Alright, well, at least we've got an elk that stumbled. Ugh, she's higher on health than I like. But we are out of time and out of options, I think. Unless another elk falls right in front of us. Ouch! Yeah, this is not the best. I'm glad. Oh, there is another elk down, but I think at this point she's low enough. I think at this point it's just gonna be better for us to bite the bullet and go for it, but man, we are taking some damage here. We should have her stopped soon. Oh no, we gotta pop out of the den. That's real bad. Bring her down. Please die, please die, please die. Alright, we gotta eat, and then we gotta get back immediately. Okay, we are actually close enough that we could see the howl here. Oh, those coyotes could be a problem. Okay, we're not far. We are not far, so we should turn on our scent view here. I see that bright orange is lost puppy scent, I'm pretty sure. Right over here, 1817. Where was his scent? I did smell it. Okay, let's get up to you guys. His trail went right down here. Gonna leave these guys with Ember. He's right over here, I think. Yep, I see him. Alright, cool. That was too close for comfort, but we're good now. We're fine. Everything's okay. We just gotta really raise that affinity overnight. And with that, that brush with disaster narrowly avoided, I think we are gonna go ahead and leave this off here for today, but oh boy. Things have been going pretty well up until now, but I think this is when Unforgiving is really starting to kick into full swing, and with growing pups not too far around the corner, I can't imagine things are going to get easier. We'll also have to worry about reclaiming territory in the morning, because that invasion is not good. This is what I was talking about, ideally wanting to have a large territory. I just don't think it's going to be worth maintaining now when they're so close to it. They're going to be viciously fighting us for it. We can claim that in in young hunters once they no longer have their home hex there, and hopefully they'll just move over and fight with the what's Red Pack Rescue Creek. But yeah, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.